What is good, everybody? Sports PSP. Hope everyone is enjoying a fantastic day, man. Just on live right now on Facebook right now. Man, I gotta talk about the Denver Broncos beating the Buffalo Bills. The Denver Broncos, prior to the game, they were a 1.5-point favorite to beat the Buffalo Bills. They beat Buffalo 33-30 in overtime. What a game, man. I mean, it was 23-10 at one point in the second half. Buffalo scored 17 unanswered points to take a 4-point lead. And mind you, in the first half, there were some key mistakes on Buffalo's part. James Cook, who, by the way, was cooking in that game, 24 carries for 117 yards, but he did have a key fumble. Josh Allen had 2 fumbles, including one of the worst fumbles I ever saw to end the first half. I don't know what he was thinking on that play, but anyway, that gave Denver an opportunity to score 3 points. Then Buffalo opened the second half, and then Josh Allen with the fumble. Unfortunately for Buffalo's defense, they allowed Denver to score 3 points. Josh Allen, he had 2 interceptions, 2 lost fumbles. The lost fumble by James Cook. Normally, when you commit that many turnovers in a game, especially in a place like Denver, more chances than not you're going to lose. And then, of course, a lot of Bills fans, they're going to be complaining about the Broncos' last drive that put them for the game-winning field goal. Controversial calls on their part. They think it was PI or whatever. As the big fella, undisputed world champ always says, never put it in the ref's hands. Bo Nix. You know, prior to the game, how would the Denver Broncos win with him? Because, again, there's this perception that Bo Nix is the weakest link on the football team. But nevertheless, he gets it done. I think he's had 7 game-winning drives this season. And now he went toe-to-toe against Josh Allen, who now at this point is the best quarterback in football, because now Patrick Mahomes is injured and he's sitting at home like the rest of us. No Lamar Jackson. And prior to the playoffs, the person under the most pressure to win a Super Bowl was Josh Allen. And Bo Nix looking to get his revenge against the Buffalo Bills, because last time when these two teams faced each other, it was in the wild card game at Buffalo, and Buffalo got their revenge. Bo Nix, say whatever you want about Bo Nix. Is he flashy? No. Is he spectacular? No. But if we're going to give credit to Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels in his rookie season for coming up clutch, why can't we do the same thing with Bo Nix? Bo Nix has clutchness in him. You kind of had a feeling about that because Auburn, I remembered in 2019, he was a true freshman, his first start against Oregon, ultimately the team he transferred to. And guess who was at quarterback for the Oregon Ducks? Just so happens to be Justin Herbert, one of the top 6 quarterbacks in the National Football League. And who was heading at that point to be a top 10 NFL pick. And Bo Nix beat him. Bo Nix shows you time after time after time, he's not afraid of the big moment. Even after the Bills coming back from a 13-point deficit, and even though they scored 17 unanswered points, Bo Nix was like, chill, we got this. And the beautiful touchdown pass, he connected with Marvin Mims. By the way, from my Oklahoma Sooners, 8 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. Bo Nix just gets the job done. You just got to give it to him. Josh Allen had his chance in overtime. There was like 55 seconds left. Luckily, he was able to give Matt Prater, who's well known knows how to play at Mile High. After all, he played for the Denver Broncos before. Known for having a leg. Prior to the game, I think he was like 18-20 when it comes to field goals, game-winning field goals or whatever. And then overtime, Josh Allen had his chance. Remember, Buffalo did win the coin toss. Josh Allen, but McMillan, that interception that he had on oh my God, on Brandon Cooks, Jaquan McMillan, that was an incredible play by him, because had it not been for that play, Josh Allen would have easily connected Brandon Cooks, and Matt Prater would have just hit that game-winning field goal, and Buffalo would have advanced to the AFC Championship back-to-back years. We could talk about the controversial drive. Yes, the pass interference penalties, particularly the one on Tre'Davious White, to which Tre'Davious White was furious. And then later on, he was called for a penalty for removing his helmet and then slamming it on the ground right in front of the referee, adding the yardage to hit the in order for the field goal. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so astounded. Look, Tre'Davious White with that penalty, if at the end of the day, as Champ always puts it, you can't put it in the ref's hands. You just cannot put it in the ref's hands. It's going to be a long offseason for Buffalo, because this was supposed to be it for them. No Lamar Jackson, no Patrick Mahomes. This is the Bills' best opportunity for them to at least get to a Super Bowl. And what's so interesting with this win, remember, Denver, this was one of the teams that passed up on Josh Allen in the draft. And Denver, for a long time, post Peyton Manning, look at all the quarterbacks they've had, from Paxton Lynch, Drew Lock, Brock Osweiler, Trevor Siemian, Joe Flacco, Teddy Bridgewater. Now they found their guy in Bo Nix. Sean Payton, since he's become the head coach for the Denver Broncos, he's turned it around and proved why he was worthy of being a head coach in 2023. Proved why he was worth the money in Denver. I'm happy for Denver because this is their first time going back to the AFC Championship since 2015. The year when they went to the Super Bowl and won Super Bowl 50. 10 years ago. Peyton Manning's last year in the National Football League. Von Miller winning Super Bowl MVP. That no-fly zone defense. I mean, of course, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Derek Wolfe, Malik Jackson, TJ Ward, Aqib Talib, Chris Harris Jr., with Wade Phillips as the defensive coordinator. Could this be an opportunity that we may see Denver win a Super Bowl this year? At this point, anything is possible. For Buffalo, man, I don't know what to say. You can't win games when you're giving up 5 turnovers to 1. I mean, if you look at the rest of the game, just the team stats, despite the 5 turnovers, Buffalo, they had them on first downs. Passing first downs, rushing first downs, passing first downs, they had 14. Denver, as far as rushing first downs, they had 13. Buffalo had them on third down efficiency. They were 10 of 15. Denver, 8 of 16. Both of them were 1-1 on fourth down efficiency. Buffalo had more total plays, 78. Denver, 68. Buffalo had more total yards, 449 to Buffalo, 349 Denver. Bills, outside of James Cook with the fumble, you had 183 yards rushing, 5.1 yards a carry. But the penalties, Buffalo had more penalties than Denver. Buffalo 5, Denver 3. The 5 turnovers, the 2 interceptions by Josh Allen, and then the 3 lost fumbles. And Buffalo did win time of possession. 40 minutes to 58 seconds for Buffalo. Denver, in the meantime, 29 minutes to 18 seconds. Buffalo's defense, Singleton, that key hit that he had on James Cook, which led to the fumble. Key, man. This is an excellent defense. I kind of thought that Buffalo would have a hard time running the football against Denver because remember, we saw what happened to them last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars had the number one rushing defense in the NFL. Denver, if I'm not mistaken, is number two. And Denver, me, RF Sports, Undisputed World Champ, all of us picked Buffalo to win that game. But we anticipated a low scoring game. Champ had it like 13-10. I had it like 16-13. We were all wrong. This could be the year for Denver. Bo Nix, in some ways, it may sound funny, it may sound crazy to some people, but in some ways, he does kind of remind me a little bit like Jalen Hurts. He's not flashy. He's not spectacular. He's not the most attractive type of quarterback, but at the end of the day, when it counts most, he gets the job done. Don't be pretty. Be good. As the big fella Undisputed World Champ says, great minds think alike. That's why I will always consider him a brother. He's not a friend. He is a brother. And he will always be a part of the Sports PSP podcast, man. Denver, man, I'm happy for them because you win this game. This is now your first time back into the AFC Championship game. You're now the number one seed. We just got to wait and see on what's going to happen between Houston and New England, which that's going to be an exciting game. As for Buffalo, I don't know what to say. I mean, you've had chances. The divisional round, I mean, Josh Allen went toe-to-toe against Patrick Mahomes. He played magnificent. Gabe Davis had a miracle game, but Patrick Mahomes found a way to win that game, even less than 20 seconds. Then a couple of years later, the divisional round at Buffalo between Kansas City and Buffalo. Buffalo couldn't get the job done. And now, last year, Buffalo at Kansas City, Buffalo couldn't get the job done. And now this for Buffalo. Again, no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson in the offseason. Buffalo, it's got to be their year. Because, look, if we're going to talk about Kyle Shanahan and other coaches on the hot seat, we can't ignore Sean McDermott. Is Buffalo going to seriously decide on what they're going to do with Sean McDermott? A lot of questions to ask with Buffalo, but I got to tip my hats off to the Denver Broncos. And what's so special with Bo Nix, just like with Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, all of them were in that 2024 draft class. You know, there's conversations about, obviously, I think the 1983 draft class is the best QB class with Elway, Marino, Jim Kelly. Then, of course, you look at 2004 with Eli and Phillip Rivers and Big Ben. Then you look at 2018 with Baker, Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, who's won 2 league MVPs. Could have won the MVP last year. And then Josh Allen, who won the MVP last year. We're going to have more conversations about this 2024 draft class, this QB class. Could this be the potential? Could this be one day, arguably, the best QB class? Only time will tell. But what an amazing game between the Bills and the Denver Broncos. This will be the Broncos' first time going back to the AFC Championship game since the year they won the Super Bowl in 2015. Again, the last drive, there was the controversial pass interference calls, the one particularly on Tre'Davious White. A lot of Bills fans, a lot of fans are going to be complaining about that. But at the same time, as Champ, like I said, never put it in the ref's hands. Don't put it in the ref's hands. Don't put it in anyone else's hands. Only you control. It's up to you. Only you get to control what you do. Tip your hats off to this game, man. What a hell of a game. But that's just my thoughts. I'm your guy, Sports PSP. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And please leave the comments in the comment section below. What's next for Buffalo? Is it time for them to fire Sean McDermott? Has Josh Allen reached his Super Bowl window? Can Bo Nix take the Denver Broncos to the Super Bowl and win? So much more we got to ask. But anyway, I'm Sports PSP. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And peace.